Hey, peace and black power, everybody. I want to welcome to another NCRBGZ Productions. With that being said, like always, I want to thank you for taking the time out to. I want to thank you for taking your time out your busy schedule to be here with us tonight. Like always, thumb up the video, share the video, let your friends know that we live, and like always, just leave us a comment, let us know what you think. With that being said, we have a show set up for the family today. And what I want to do, I want to give my esteemed colleagues the opportunity to introduce themselves to the family. And we're going to jump right into this conversation.
Peace, family, ride by. Peace, family. This Neb Unc Ray. I'm here to listen and learn and add on about the current events, what's going on in the black community, what's going on in politics. You know, looking real grim out here. I'm gonna pass it along.
Peace and black power, everybody. I'm Xavier. I'm just here to learn, listen, add my little 2 cents in, talk about the current events that's going on, see if we can get a change going on.
Hey, what's up, everyone? I'm Corey, and I'm here to talk about what's going on, and and to figure out some solutions and how we can come together to fix whatever's going on.
All right, and I thank y'all brothers also for taking the time out y'all busy schedule to be here, tonight also. And with this being said, the name of the show is No Anti-Black Racism, hashtag. We picked this name because Tariq Nasheed came up with we want to change the narrative instead of saying Black Lives Matter, because we feel like Black Lives Matter has been coerced with George Soros and the movement that we have been pushing lately. It seems like it's being derailed, wherein things is changing. The Supreme Court actually just passed the law that makes it so you cannot discriminate against the alphabet gang, on LGBT, whatever they call. So that's like a smack in the face for what we got going on as far as all the protesting and trying to assert ourselves as African Americans or Negro, however you want to consider us. We out here protesting for injustices, and they came out with all Black Lives Matter. So they're trying to change the narrative. It seems like right now it's outside influences that's trying to infiltrate the movement and actually change the narrative toward where we are pushing it. So we wanted to name this show No Anti-Black Racism, because we're gonna take the narrative back, right? We're not gonna let nobody take our struggle, use our struggle, and benefit off of it, and at the same time shit on us. And with that being said, since I brought that up, actually, before I jump into the since I brought up the Black Lives Matter, how do y'all feel about that? As a slogan, Black Lives Matter, I understand what that means, and I respect that. But as an organization, what do y'all think about the organization Black Lives Matter? Not the slogan Black Lives Matter, but the actual organization, the people that's behind it. Do y'all know who started it and what was the purpose of it? Are y'all familiar with that? What's y'all thoughts on that?
Well, I don't feel like that is. I don't feel like that is really for us. I feel like that they, like you said, they using our struggle to capitalize, to benefit them in a way. I really don't. I don't really know who started it. I heard about who started it. I did a little research about who started it, and I really just, like I said, I don't feel like it's for us. I don't really like that it's. I don't feel like that it's seriously for us. I don't know.
I'm with you, brother. What else? What y'all other brothers? What do y'all think?
I feel like it's a bunch of bullshit, to be honest with you, man. It's backed by George Soros. The leader is an LGBTQ, which I don't hate on gay people or nothing. But her agenda is gay first and it's not black first. You know what I mean? And what we're fighting for, and we've been fighting for, is civil rights for us, for everybody. But to hijack it and to take it to gay shit, and then they do shit overnight, change the laws overnight for them. So it was definitely hijacked by them. Black Lives Matter as the organization now, LGBT higher up organization, and that man-boy associations all in together. You know what I'm saying? With Planned Parenthood and the rest of them. And that's all I'm gonna say about that.
I see it as being very trendy, because it's basically a slogan, and that's what corporations do. They create a slogan, and then they sell products using that slogan. And I'm seeing them making a lot of profit from using it, and it's worldwide too. Like I was watching something on TV, and it was in France, and they were screaming Black Lives Matter. But it's very trendy, and they're not doing the things that they should be doing, you know, if they were really what they were about, like placing the right ones, that's us, like placing the right ones into political offices so they can make the real changes that need to be made. So, but this is all the trend and something for people to follow.
Okay, what I want to do, I'm gonna share my screen. I'm gonna go to their website, man, and there's some I want to pull up that I went to the website and I actually read. So can y'all see my screen?
Yeah.
All right, so this is on the actual Black Lives Matter website. So I'm gonna let y'all see. So what I went to the about, because you want to know what it's about, and I went to what do they believe. All right, so I'm not gonna read all this. You can go check it out yourself. But it's something that when I was reading, it's talking about Trayvon Martin, it's talking about Ferguson, it's talking about all Black people, and then it gets kind of blurred because it started talking about stuff that seems like it says we are guided by the fact that all Black lives matter, regardless of actual or perceived sexual identity, gender expression, economic status, ability, disability, religious beliefs or disbeliefs, immigration status or location. Then it says we make space for transgender brothers and sisters to participate and lead. Now, to me, they are singling these people out, by specifically talking about transgender brothers and sisters. To me, they are singling them out, because when we say Black Lives Matter, we're talking about all Black lives. Nobody is putting Black lives into special classes. We're not saying Black lives from New York matter, or Black lives that's gay matter, or Black lives that's straight matter. When we say Black Lives Matter, most people understand that as Black lives in general. But the fact that when you come to their website, they specifically start talking about certain groups or genders or identities, or, they specifically are separating us and putting us into different types of genders or different types of statuses. This is the website, and it's divisive if you want to be honest, because it's separating us by you individually naming certain groups of people, but yet it don't say nothing about straight people if you read what it says. And it don't talk about the family, to me. You know what I'm saying? So, and however do it talk about the Black man, if you keep reading, it say, we are self-reflective and do the work required to dismantle cease gender privilege and uplift Black trans folks, especially Black trans women, who continue to be disproportionately impacted by trans anti antagonistic antagonistic violence, right? But what I'm saying is, if you keep reading, just keep reading. It says we build a space that affirms Black women and is free from sexism. Miss, how you pronounce this word? I can't even think. I can't even pronounce it right now. I'll come back. In environments in which men are centered. So you know,
Misogyny.
yeah, misogyny. You know, and environments in which men are centered, right? So they are putting this in their language. Like, so whoever wrote this up decided that they wanted to specifically point out these things in our community. And that's divisive to me, because now you're trying to separate us and you're singling like out different factions of Black lives that you're talking to, but yet they don't say nothing about the Black man. If you read, there's nothing about the Black man inherited in their conversation when you read this stuff. So to me, that's very divisive. And also, what it does, it kind of like shows their hand to a certain extent to me. It shows their hand. And it was three sisters, three Black women who started the Black Lives Matter thing. It was three Black women, but it shows their hand. And with that, you know, we have to eat the meat and spit out the bones. Like, this is something I've always been taught. You eat the meat and you spit out the bones with anything. So whatever we can take forward that better our lives, we take it. But the things that separate us, we leave it there. We spit it out. We spit the bones out. So, you know, I understand Black Lives Matter, and I rock with that. But as far as the organization, it seems like it has alternative motives. And, you know, we don't need that. Live said, what's good? What's up, bro? How you doing? Hey, glad you so Snoop commented. But you know, also in it, so you know, I wanted to talk about some more things that's going on right now. We have some hangings. So let me share my screen. It was some brothers that was found hung in California. And they basically saying that, let me see which one this one is. All right, this is the brother that was hung in Manhattan. There was a brother hung in Manhattan, and they trying to say that it was a suicide. And this the brother right here. It's a death of man found hanging from tree in Manhattan Park, ruled a suicide. You get what I'm saying? So this is the picture of the brother right here. And so he decided, according to them, he wanted to go to the park in Manhattan, a big park, and just hang himself. You know, and we supposed to believe this. Now we know that hanging is something that the KKK is, you know, known for in history. And yet you find this man, his name was Dominique Alexandre, you know, and they found the brother hanging in a tree. And, you know, on June the 15th, that's the day of this article. And, you know, with this, you have two other brothers that was found hanging in California, actually. Here we go, right here. Feds to review investigation into two Black men found hanging in South California. So here you go, two other brothers that was found hanging, you know, like 50 miles apart. And one of them was in Palmdale, Los Angeles. And the other one was like 50 miles away. But you have these, so you got three hangings within like a 3-4 day period, a week period. In each one of the hangings, they said that the men, they all committed suicide. So it seems like the police is not trying to do their job. or either they're complicit in the hangings of these brothers because they're not trying to investigate it. They're basically just ruling it a homicide, a suicide, and trying to keep it moving. And the family has came out. The family has came out and said that, listen, no, these people wasn't suicidal. And so they're pressuring them to do some type of investigations. But what's interesting in all three of these cases is, everything that goes on in America is on camera. Everything is being recorded, but it just so happened that these places where they were hung at is no cameras. There's no footage of the parks where they were hung at. So that lets you know that whoever done this had to have some type of strategical planning to know where the cameras were placed and to know how you can hang this person without being on camera. So that means somebody had to do some type of homework to know how to do this and not be on any type of camera. So that's why it makes you wonder if law enforcement was involved or somebody that has tactical training to understand to look at an area to make sure that there's nothing there that's going to record what's actually happening. This is something that it has to be orchestrated and well planned out, and somebody has to think about this to know that there's no cameras there. What's y'all thoughts on that?
Well, I just found out that there was another hanging today too in Texas, and I think there was another one yesterday, and then also in Oakland, they found a bunch of nooses hanging on trees. So it's like they're telling us that they're ready, they're ready to, and they're itching to kill us and go to war with us and all that. So, but this is like nothing's changed since Emmett Till, even before him, the whole Rosewood thing. Nothing's really changed. And we need to start doing different. We need to be like the Black Panther mindset, because that's when things wasn't happening as much because they were together, they were armed, ready to defend themselves. I think we need to get back to that mentality and start showing the world that, yeah, we're going to be together and we're going to defend each other when the time comes. So that would happen less often, or just eliminate it, period.
I'm glad you mentioned that because I just pulled that up. So actually, I'm going to play that, brother. What happened in Texas? Here we go, right here. Hold on. Once the commercial get over with.
Can't hear no sounds.
Hey, did y'all catch that? I'm going to rewind this. Catch what she said. Catch her wordplay, y'all. Catch this wordplay. Let me rewind this back. I want y'all to catch this wordplay that she did real fast.
Yo, I can't hear it.
Can't hear it, man.
Y'all can't hear it?
No.
No.
Hold on. No, y'all would have been able to hear that. Let me do this again. But I want y'all to check this wordplay out. Yo, check. I got it. I'm resharing it. Check this out.
Hispanic or Caucasian man.
These fudge brownie M&Ms are really fudgy.
Yes, they are.
To put a fudge brownie center in an M&M's is
Genius. Right? I know.
Yeah.
you say hard.
Why won't you?
Why won't you go in?
New fudge brownie M&Ms.
to find answers after a man was found hanging from a tree here in Houston. This has been circulating on social media for hours after Houston rapper Paul Wall posted about this on his Instagram. So here is the official information from the Houston PD. They say they are investigating an apparent suicide after a Hispanic or Caucasian man was found off Ella Boulevard.
You hear that? Or Caucasian, Hispanic, or now the report says a Hispanic. She says Hispanic or Caucasian. So now she said Hispanic and Caucasian are the same. Catch this wordplay now.
Caucasian man was found off Ella Boulevard, an apparent. So here is the official information from the Houston PD. They say they are investigating an apparent suicide after a Hispanic or Caucasian man was found off Ella Boulevard this morning. Police Chief Art Acevedo tweeted that the Emmys office has identified the victim and he has been described by his family as suicidal. At this point, police say it does not appear the man's death involves foul play.
These fudge brownie M&Ms are really.
So that's the next one. So, but interesting that she threw that Hispanic. She threw that Hispanic / white to hurry up. You know what I'm saying? Most Hispanics, actually on the census card, they do consider themselves white. So, and with what they've been doing to the Black community, doing this whole COVID-19, as far as the protesting, trying to fight us in certain hoods, so it make you wonder, then you find out a lot of the Hispanic gangs all clicked in with the KKK gangs, and the Nazis. So it's just interesting though. But these hangings are telltale signs that, I'm not the one to talk on this Civil War talk because to me, I see it a little bit different as far as the Civil War. See, I don't see a civil war between white and Black. I see a civil war between the conservatives and the liberals. That's the war that I see brewing. And I see Black people being in the middle of it. And, they're gonna use, they're gonna try to use us and our struggle to push their agenda. And it's up to us to allow them, or I think we need to step aside and let them fight each other. And whoever gonna offer us the best benefits, we join them. That's what they did in World War I. If you're a study of history and you remember World War I, you remember who United States allies were. I mean, World War II, let's use World War II. Who the allies of the United States was. And then after the war, the allies became enemies and the enemies became allies. So, I mean, this is something that is always done in war, wherein you may team up with somebody that after the war, y'all become enemies. But during that war, y'all are best buddies, you know what I'm saying? Or can use each other to its best benefits. So that's the way I see it. But y'all can jump in, man. I'm doing a lot of talking. I want y'all to jump in.
I'm gonna say, shout out to Paul Wall. I always like them for a reason, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Paul Wall out of Texas, man, for breaking it, for putting on the internet, whatever. But yeah, I think we need to, I know we need to go ahead and get our self-protection game up, man. Get our guns, whatever, man. And I tell everybody, like I said on Facebook, man, don't go out there by yourself on those dark streets at night, especially females. Don't go out there by yourself at night if you ain't got no protection. Guys too. Just keep yourself, always use your third eye. Keep, be aware of your surroundings and who you're around. Because we're at a war, whether you know it or not. We're at a war. We got a few of these people out here, man, that can't stand our guts. And they'll go out to no limits, you know what I mean, to destroy you, your children, your babies. So, yes. All I'm saying, I believe in protecting yourself. These people ain't playing. And you pray all you want to, it's not working for the most part. Sometimes you got to do common sense things and stop being scared. Get that fear out your heart, your mind. You're human. You just as good as anybody in the world is. If not, you know, at the end of the day, you're the originators of this building and putting together things, you know. And that's all I'm gonna say. I pass it on to whoever next.
No, Katrina,
Hey, when we get through this topic, I got a question I want to ask y'all too.
don't jump in, brother. What's up?
Like, okay, I seen the bill that Trump passed. You know what I'm saying about the police and or whatever. So what do y'all think about that? You know what I mean? What does it mean? Like, what does it mean? What he paid? What he just signed?
I'm gonna pull it up. I'm gonna pull it up for you. So I'll pull it up. I can tell
you know,
what,
these may sound crazy, you know what I'm saying? Like, and you know, Trump may be a racist, or he may not, but you know, man, I fuck with Trump. You know what I'm saying? I thought he done did a lot of shit, but he done did a lot of fucked up shit. He may be a racist, you know what I'm saying? But shit, he can't be no worse than Obama or fucking Biden, goddammit. You know what I'm saying? But what y'all think about what he just did? You know what I mean? What he just signed with the police?
all right, so I'm gonna pull it up so everybody can see it. I do know that, you know, something, you know, I don't try to talk about this a lot, but you know, Trump is for Americans, man. Trump is pro-American. So now, if you can consider yourself American, African American or not, he's pro-American. And you know, Trump is fighting the people Nixon fought. Trump is fighting the people that Nixon fought. So Trump, he's already rich. So he's not kissing these shadow government billionaires' ass. Because he have his own money. He have his own agenda.
Right.
He can't be brought. So Trump is going to do what Trump want to do. And he's a wild card. He's going to do what he want to do. He's not going to do what they want him to do. He's going to do what he want to do. So, and you know, that's why the media is portraying him as such a bad person. They didn't portray Obama like that. You know, Fox did, but you got every station killing Trump. Everything he do, like, you get what I'm saying? Now, I'm gonna just share this, you know, because I try to stay out of this, man, because you know, a lot of black people too emotional when it comes to Donald Trump. And you're not looking at what this man actually doing. You're too emotional. You're so much ready to get him out because he's a racist. But I'm gonna tell you something. I was always told I'd rather deal with a nigga that I know where he stand and you know where I stand, but I hate a nigga that'll stab me in my motherfucking back. And these Democrats will smile in our face and stab us in the back. And that's all they've been doing to us, is smiling in our face
shit for us
and stabbing us in our goddamn back. I can deal with a motherfucker that straight up let me know where you stand. Because now I know where you stand and now I know how we can work and you know how I stand. But I can't stand a motherfucker that'll smile in my face and talk shit about me behind my back. Them the worst type of motherfuckers, man. So I can deal with a Trump any day. And instead of to deal with the Bidens and them that's gonna make it seem like you for me and you not for me. Shit, be real. Trump put everybody in the same goddamn basket. And that's why everybody complaining. Because Trump, his racism is to everybody. If you're not of that class that he consider, your ass, he talks shit about you. And everybody else ain't used to it. We used to it as African American. We got tough goddamn skin. And you know what? I'd rather deal with him than to deal with somebody that's stabbed me in my goddamn back, man. And that's just real. That's just what it is, you know. That's the way I feel about it. That's how I've always felt about Donald Trump. He's a racist, but so is everybody else. Damn Democrats racist too. At least he's straight up with it. At least he's man enough to let you know how. And then if you pay attention to him though, like if you listen to the family members that met with him today, they said he was sincere about his shit, like what he was talking about with them. So, you know, you really don't, I don't know, man, but I want to, it was certain points about this that I wanted to talk about. I'm glad you brought it up too. But let me see if I can get to some of the things that he's changing. Now, one thing, he didn't offer mandatory sentences for police. I think that's something that is needed, that they need to have mandatory sentences just like everybody else. So if you kill an unarmed person, you need to go to jail for a mandatory time. I believe that. But y'all can talk, man. I'm gonna try to find what it was like. A couple things I saw, like one, if the police have a bad conduct, like they gotta have a database where they're keeping all the bad conduct police, so they can't get fired from one police district and then move to another state and get hired. That's one thing that I saw that I heard them talking about. Let me see if I can pull some of the other stuff up.
I'm gonna say one thing while you're pulling up, man. People can hate Trump all they want. I'm gonna tell you something, y'all, who love the Democratic Party, die hard and stuff. This mess been going on before Trump, hanging, lynching and stuff. This mess been going on for a long time. This man, okay, he might want to get elected again. He might not be sincere, like what y'all think, but he did pass a law. Something that these other presidents didn't do. Other 44 presidents didn't do. I mean, you ain't expect these motherfuckers to save us. We gotta save ourselves, man. And we gotta take it. We ain't gonna be able just to be praying and voting. And, you know, I'm not knocking you praying and voting, but we gotta pull ourselves up by the bootstraps, and we gotta do that. You know what I mean? Because it's ridiculous, man. We out here thinking somebody gonna save you, some savior, black or white savior. You gotta do it your damn self. You know what I mean? Stop the foolishness, people. That's all I'm gonna say.
And then, you know, boy, these white people, they mad. Like, I'm talking about, they is really mad because they are taking action against the police. And I'm like, what type of evil people are they to be sitting here saying, we should support our police officers. We don't think that they should be done like how we doing them and all that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? But these folks are killing black people and they not saying shit then, but when they was getting locking their ass up, they like, oh, they're wrong. You know what I'm saying? I was reading some of the comments and shit today on Facebook and they was mad. Like, I'm going down line, man, these white people are mad. They like, we don't believe we're gonna protest about this because they locked the guys who the two officers who killed whatever the guy named Brooks up, whatever his name was, they locked him up. You know what I'm saying? And I was reading the comments and boy, they was mad. I'm talking about that was heated. And I said, what type of evil is this? They mad at Trump. Trump signed. So that's why I wanted to know what was the bill that he signed and what does it mean? You know what I'm saying? Because I want to know, because they really mad about it.
All right, let me share my screen. I got it. What I did, I went to the Breakfast Club. That's the lawyer was up here, Attorney Lee Merritt, and he talked about this. So that's what damn, I hope y'all can hear this.
Charlamagne the God, we are the Breakfast Club. We have a special guest on the phone lines right now.
Can y'all hear that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Live from the White House, we have Attorney Lee Merritt on the line.
Lee, what's up, King?
Hey, good morning, guys. How's it going?
How are you, brother? I'm blessed, black, and highly favored. Now, what is this executive order that Trump is signing today on police reform?
So I'm in Washington, D.C. for two reasons. Trump is signing an executive order that includes some things that we asked for. And when I say we, as a people, we've been negotiating for a comprehensive misconduct bill, not only from the White House, but from on local levels and from the White House. The one that Trump plans to sign today includes a national registry of bad cops, a federal registry to track bad cops so they can't transfer from department to department. You all remember the case of Antoine Rose, 17-year-old shot in his back 3 times in Pittsburgh. He was shot in the back by an officer who had transferred into his apartment. The same day that he transferred in and swore in, he killed Antoine Rose. Wow. And so this kind of database would allow departments to check that and have that information available to them before they swear in bad cops. You have another component, a major component for me is I believe that we in Charlemagne and actually the whole Breakfast Club last time we spoke, we talked about how the war on drugs leads to so many officer-involved shootings because they have a mission of going into the inner city and killing people and taking them to jail. The executive order will transfer resources to the health department so that we treat poverty, homelessness, and addiction as a sickness with social workers, with people other than guns to replace...
And mental health issues.
Yeah, and mental health issues, of course. Obviously, mental health, drugs, and poverty are a deadly combination, but the resolution to that is not more guns and more services to those people. So the executive order will direct resources to the services to meet the needs of individuals and communities. And there is an additional resource for police officers. To be honest, the rest of the bill is what they call window dressing and fluff, but it has some key elements that I think that will benefit our community. I will take that conversation to the Senate immediately following the meeting at the White House, and we'll discuss some more substantive changes.
All right, so there you go, man. Once he said the rest of the stuff is window dressing and fluff, what he mean the rest of the shit is bullshit. All right, the sister just put in the group chat that he literally said the police can use the chokehold when their life is in danger. So the sister said that was in that bill that he passed, so now also we know that Republicans and Trump and them are pro-police, man. So you have to understand that this is how America was set up with pro-police, and it's working the way they want it to work. The problem is we rebelling against this shit because we know that the police was started with slave patrols. So that's how the whole concept of a sheriff and bounty hunter, all that shit came up with catching slaves. That's how the whole concept of policing came up. And then once they freed us, then you got a lot of police departments that start popping up in the Black community because we became free. So we know that traditionally the police has been used against Black people. So with this police reform, you have to tear this shit up and have community police. To be real about it, you need to have community policing, and only certain types of crime the police need to be called for. But like domestic violence, little small shit, police shouldn't be called for stuff like that. Now, what they did say in the bill is that certain calls are not going to be given to the police now if it's dealing with mental health issues and stuff like that. Instead of if the police responded, it's going to be somebody, another agency responded. But at the end of the day, man, America is gung-ho about their police force. And see, we have to understand this, that if they expect the police to follow their orders and shoot us down like dogs, you really can't reprimand them. Because if you reprimand them and start punishing them for crimes, then they're gonna stop doing it. It's articles that police are quitting. I can pull up articles in Minneapolis where half the police force is quitting. Like police are quitting right now around the world, right? And rightfully so. We don't need them. That's my personal opinion. Like, if you quitting, see, like some of the simple things, like back in the day, the police officer used to stay in the community. You know, I remember back in the 90s when I was growing up, like the police was in the community. You knew the police officers. They stayed in the community in which you stayed in. But now they have changed that, and they have these police that's coming from outside areas, from the suburbs and places like that, and coming into cities and trying to police people that they don't know. And once they change the fact of the police officers staying in the community, it completely changed the whole paradigm shift. Because now, if you know somebody in the community and you policing them, you might not be as mean. You know, you may be a little bit lenient. Man, boy, I know your father. You get what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You're gonna deal with them differently than when you don't know nobody. And see what this and what they done is they deliberately done this because they wanted to criminalize us. So we got to understand that being criminalized and going to jail is big business. See, everything is built on capitalism in America. No matter how you slice this cake, it's dealing with money. So the police, the prisons, all this is built off money. It's big business. So criminalizing African Americans is big business. But what's happening now, we making it so that if you kill one of us, that we're gonna make it cost billions of dollars because we're gonna destroy shit now. So now, you get what I'm saying? We're making these black lives cost a lot now. And you're gonna pay some billions of dollars for killing us now. And see, this is where things are hitting, where the rubber's hitting the pavement. Because right now we in an epidemic, we're in a pandemic with the coronavirus. The government halfway shut down. We have to look at all this stuff, man. Like the government ain't running at full throttle. A lot of companies are going belly up, filing bankruptcy. So, right, you got a lot of people losing their jobs, 401k plan, the stock market going up and down. So people are losing money right now. Economically, that's why they're giving us stimulus checks. That's why they're printing all this money, because the economy is on its way down due to this coronavirus. So now you got motherfuckers burning shit up. Now it's so that's costing more money, because it's going to cost more money to rebuild what's being torn down. So right now we're in a, I don't want to go somewhere else with this, but we're in a slippery slope, man. Because y'all realize, do y'all buy eggs or y'all don't shop? I don't know. Okay, well, I grocery shop, goddammit. And let me tell you something. The price of eggs are higher than what they used to be, and tissue. I know you buy tissue, don't you? The price of tissue is higher than what it used to be. So we're running into a situation where the prices of some of these goods that we're buying are going up. And that right there is really going to spell disaster. But y'all jump in, man. Y'all jump in, say what y'all want to say, man.
My thing is, we're talking about the police and all this kind of stuff, Trump reform. You also got another law talking about the Karen law. When these people make these racist phone calls on us, they talking about you can sue them. Yeah, see, we should have stayed on that a little harder, man, because then you got to prove that was racist. You got to spend money on a lawyer. You got to prove all that crap and see if they call the police on you. You might not survive, man, depending on who the police officer is. They might kill your ass. You know what I'm saying? So all this suing crap, that's like, man, looks like she's still going to get, he or she, whatever, still going to get away with that crap. You know what I mean? So if anything, she need to get down time. He or she, Karen, Bob, Brad, whoever, don't want to call them, they need to do some damn time. You know what I mean? Not to be possibility to get sued. Come on now. We slipped on that one, y'all. What's y'all thoughts on that?
I mean, I agree. I agree with what you're saying.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I mean, you always gonna have a Karen calling on you, man.
Yeah,
Tom and all that bullshit. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, well, they always do that. Like they'll create like some law or whatever, but there's a loophole in it that works out to their benefit, and they write it in a way that it's not easily seen or noticeable.
Yep, you hit it right on the head. They put loopholes in everything, and they deliberately write these bills with the loopholes. So, and all it takes is somebody to wiggle their way around it, and there you got it, you know. So it's a slippery slope. But we need to start taking care of our own. You know, we at the point where we can't keep waiting for nothing. We gotta grab this shit by the deer horns and move forward right now. Like, you know, it's time for us to, you know, let's not wait for nothing. We don't want them, you know what I'm saying? Because see, the problem is this, man. We keep trying to wait for them to become human. We keep trying to wait for them to act like humans, to act morally right. You know, that's our problem. You know, we like eventually you gotta be moral. You have to be right. You know, then we keep thinking they have a moral compass. They don't. I mean, we like listen, we cannot keep expecting them to realize that we are humans and they are treating us wrong. It's not gonna happen. They are incapable. And I'm not saying all of them, because you have specks of them that are thawing out. You got some white folks that are really thawing out right now. Like they completely thawing out, and they out there because they thawing out and they realize it's wrong systematically. But the people that's in charge of the system, listen, they not hearing nothing. They're ready to move us into social classes where it's gonna be based off your income. They're already moving this. If you look in the UK and you look overseas, they don't talk about racism no more. They talking about classism. It's not about the race now, it's about what class you in and the amount of money you make, you know? And that's where they're trying to move this stuff here in America. So like, we have to understand what's going on, man. Like, listen, these crackers, they're gonna be who they are. America is built on what is built on. It's built off the backs of African Americans, but their policies was not meant to help us. Their policies was meant to keep their foot on our neck. And that's what they keep doing. Every once in a while, they gotta remind us that we are not gonna be A-class citizens here, that we can only be B-class citizens, and they have to keep reminding us that they will put their foot on our neck at any moment. That's what keep happening. So the police are just an extension of the other forms of government. But it's just that the police are given the authority and the right to take life. But they are an extension of the damn of the criminal justice department. They are an extension of the House and the Senate. The police force are an extension of the freaking Constitution. They, you know, that's what they are. They are an extension of it. And they are able to perform certain duties and tasks and harm us and get away with it, man. Because they are working under the guise of the Constitution where it says no right that a white is no, what it say? The black man has no right that the white man have to honor, respect. Then you got the Dred Scott case that has never been overturned. Like this stuff is still on the books. We 3/5 human. This stuff ain't never been changed. It's still there.
Right.
And they're not trying to change it because this is what America was founded on. And if you ever go to Washington, D.C., and take an Egypt on the Potomac tour, Anthony Browder, he does a tour in Washington, D.C. called Egypt on the Potomac tour, where they take you around Washington, D.C., and they show you how Washington, D.C. was mapped out like Egypt. But the serious thing about it is when they show you the heads, the niggeroids, and the faces of the different types of human beings. And you can see how, and I don't know how I jumped on this, but damn, I'm gonna get it out here now. You can see how Benjamin Banneker, he mapped out Washington, D.C. So when you got 16th Street and the White House it's down the meridian line where the sun shines down there, because he mapped it out, because Benjamin Banneker was good with the stars and stuff. And he aligned Washington, D.C. down the middle of the line. That's why when you got the obelisk or the Tekanut in Washington, D.C., but they call it something else. I forgot that monument, what it's called. But they do sacrifices in there, man. Every year they go there and do that. And on 16th Street, that's why they have all them different Masonic temples. They got the York Rite, they got the Scottish Rite, they got all them churches down 16th Street, because it was ritualistically created, Washington, D.C., but ritualistically for the white man. And that's what a lot of people don't want to talk about, man. And so this whole country was based off Freemasonry, all that, all of it was, but it's not African Freemasonry. It was the European Freemasonry that all this stuff is built upon.
Right. It's a big
That's
difference.
what it's built upon.
Everybody want to get the shit confused. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah. So now when you see what's going on, and especially I'm telling you, y'all need to take that tour. It's called Egypt on the Potomac. You go to Washington, D.C., and he take you all the way around Washington, D.C., and he show you things. Like Benjamin Banneker, the man who mapped out Washington, D.C., got a park in Washington, D.C. And you go to the park, the water not even running. Like, he the one mapped out the whole Washington, D.C. And like his park is messed up, but the white man got a big park, man. It's crazy, man. It's so crazy, man. But I'm just saying, like, the black man was meant to be, how I want to say this, the government and the police department, all this shit is working the way it's supposed to work. And it's to keep our foot on our neck, on the black man neck. This was meant to be the white man country that got away from Britain. They left Queen Elizabeth and them, they freed from them, and this is supposed to be their country. But it's built off our backs and off our ancient system, but the white man corrupted it. So therefore, we're in a situation wherein we need to tear this motherfucker all the way down and rebuild it. See, we keep thinking that we're gonna reform this system by changing laws, changing people in office, and getting new people and addendum and man, this shit ain't happening. It ain't happening, Captain. Because this is the way this stuff was bred. You have to dismantle this thing. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm about to show y'all something, man, that blew my mind. And I'm disappointed, and it's disheartening what I'm about to show y'all. But I'm gonna show it to y'all, and y'all go ahead and talk. But this shit is disheartening to me, because they have taken this shit and they took it to our continent. They took it to Africa. And it's disheartening because they are adopting this fucking European concept on the continent. And it's crazy. So y'all talk, I'm gonna pull this up, man. But when
We're talking about South Africa, right?
Nope, it's not even South Africa, bro. It's not even South Africa. Huh?
I know they got devil watchman shit going on in South Africa.
Man.
That Satan shit.
Man. It look, it's about a Black Lives Matter protest.
Oh Lord.
Yo, but and listen, man, it hurts my heart, man, because I've been here.
Wow.
Yeah, but shit, man, and yeah, I'm gonna share my screen, man. It happened in Ghana, man, and
it happened where?
In Ghana, Accra. That's the capital of Ghana. They had a Black Lives Matter protest in Ghana, and it ended with clashes with the police. Now, mind you, the police are African. They African. And the protesters are African. But they had a Black Lives Matter protest in Ghana, and it ended with clashes with the police. Now, how is this possible? Because the police are Black also over there in Ghana. So how can a Black Lives Matter solidarity protest end with clashes with the police that are Black themselves? See, the psychologically, like just this in itself, how is this possible? How is it to happen in Ghana and they Black? Everybody is Black or African. How can you end up having clashes with the police over a Black Lives Matter protest in Ghana? I'm gonna tell you how. I'm gonna show you what happened in the article. The police force, I'm gonna show you. The guy who orchestrated the Black Lives visual guy, they arrested him because they said that it said the incident escalated when armed officers rushed to the scene and fired shots in the air. So the armed officers came and fired shots in the air, so the crowd can disperse, right? But okay, so they fired gunshots in the air so everybody can leave, right? But let me show y'all something, man. It says Yobo, who is the leader of the Economic Fighters League, described as a nonpartisan movement, said his intention was for the June 8th event to be a peaceful sit-in. Here we go. However, police say he violated the country's Public Order Act, which states that any person who desires to hold any special event shall notify the police. Stop. What do that sound like? Don't that sound like America?
Yeah.
Don't that sound just like here when we want to do a protest and anything, we got to get the police to give us permission?
Yeah.
Listen, it says Yobo was granted bail. He had to pay $17,000 and released before being detained again shortly after this preliminary hearing on Thursday. Then he was released the next day, right? But listen, read this mess, man. They have adopted the American Constitution. These folks, and I did not know this, they have adopted the American Constitution, similar to the American Constitution in Ghana, man.
Yeah, and I just heard about that last month, I think. I was watching the video and he was showing it. I think they also have diplomatic immunity over there too, the United States.
Yeah, they got their own military base there. The only military base in Ghana is a United States military base. They don't like the United States got their own military base there. But listen, look, hold up, watch this, man. Look, it says no one in power should be above the constitutions, which states that all persons shall have the right to freedom of assembly, including freedom to take part in processes and demonstrations. Do y'all want to know this is in our Constitution, in the American Constitution? The exact same thing about we have freedom of assembly. So he says, look, the guy says before the event, he sent letters to the Inspector General of Police and copied the Greater Accra Regional Police Commander, the Ministry of Interior, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, affirming them that he was arranging. So he said he sent them letters, right? But the superintendent said no. But the superintendent of Ghana Police Service, who also serves as the Director of Public Affairs, refutes those claims. So basically, and listen, it says the police must receive notice of events like this in order to provide the necessary protection for demonstrators. I'm done. I'm gonna stop sharing. I'm gonna stop sharing my screen. That's America all day. How can a sovereign African country adopt a European westernized type of constitution? And you can see it playing itself out now there, wherein even though the police are Black, they are enforcing laws
Yeah.
that seem so what I'm saying is this so-called American, the mindset of this devil. That's what I want to talk about. The policies, it's being spread to other countries. So now these other people are going to do the same things to their citizens that America is doing to us, because they are following their policies and adopting this shit over there. Now, Nkrumah, the first president of Ghana, is rolling over in his grave right now, seeing what has happened to that country, man. And I cannot believe it, man. So it's very disheartening to me when I saw that, man. Like, I just couldn't believe it, man. I just can't believe it.
That's your new world order. It's part of the new world order, man. Everybody keeps talking new world order.
Yeah.
I just can't believe it, man. Like, I don't understand how, they just, so that's that, man. So, but see, the good thing is people are rising up against it, kind of like in South Africa. You got, what's the brother name in his organization where he was part of the AOC, but he left them and he got his own. They always have red Malanga. What's his name? Yeah, Malanga. But he got his own political party in South Africa now. They coming up against the traditional thinking, but you have that going on in Ghana. But my thing is like, we messed up, y'all. But y'all jump in, man, because I've been doing too much talking, man. I'm supposed to be listening.
Hey, Europe, America, and this modern Israel, the synagogue of Satan, with Rome, is a part of the new order and the beast. You know what I mean? And that's a fact. And everybody else are the minions. Who goes along with it are the minions. But that's your beast. It's all in the Bible. If you're gonna interpret the Bible and break the code in the Bible, it's in your Bible, it's in the Quran, it's everywhere. And it's just factual. Even if you're atheist, you'll know this and see it. Ray Charles can see it. And it's sad, like you said, man. I ain't expect Ghana to do all that now. Said Haru. It's a sad situation, bro. It's very sad, but this is the new world order that everybody's worried about. Go ahead, Damon.
That's why I saw that coming with Ghana. Because like I said, I found that out like last month or so. So I knew something was going to be up after I found out that America was all over in Ghana and doing it on the low. They weren't even loud. They were just doing it on the low. So nobody noticed that it was happening. So once I saw that they had their military there, plus diplomatic community, I already knew something was going to change over there. But that's how they do it.
Oh yeah, they've been in Ghana. That military base been there about 2 years now, man.
Yeah.
See, a lot of people don't know that the year of return that they had was a result of them getting that military base there. See, it was a deal made that they will open up the African Americans to Ghana. In return, Ghana had to do some stuff.
That's why I'm always skeptic. I was skeptic about that.
Yeah. So
Sounded good, but I always look at things like that. Like there's probably something behind it.
Yeah, they see, and you know the president of Ghana right now, he was in opposition to their first president. Like he of that bloodline. He was in opposition of Nkrumah, their first president. So like he was the opposite. You know, the first president of Ghana, they done a coup against him and ran him out. He was Pan-African. He was black powered out. And they done a coup against him with the American government. See, this was in the 60s, 70s. So American government been over there. But they was part of the coup to get him out as the president. But they already took one, I ain't taking another one. But you gotta understand history, and you still gotta understand the people though. Trust me, the people ain't with it. So and that's what that spirit of revolution is still there. That spirit of freedom, the spirit is still there, and they still practice their ancient customs. So they still got their juju too. That's all I'm gonna tell you now. So they maybe got Christian churches over there, may got a lot of pastors, but trust me. Like right now they're going through their festival. It don't matter what religion you is right now. You practicing that festival's going on, you respecting it right now. And they doing their rituals and they doing their I'm just say they doing what they do. And they do it every year. And I don't care what your religion is, Muslim, Christian, Hindu, but during this time, you doing what they doing. Like you have no other choice because that's their culture. No, baby, I wouldn't. But that's no.
All right,
go ahead, brother.
Yeah, I was about to say I'm about to head out because I got to make a phone call. Well, yeah, I did enjoy having this conversation. You know, it's much needed right now. I'll be sure I can catch the next one.
Yeah, man. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube page, NCRBGZ Productions. All right. That's where this is at. We live on YouTube right now. And you know, we talk about a lot of different things, brother. Yeah, I see right now. I see you subscribe, pop right up. But Neb, Zay, man, some of y'all want to jump in and say, man, y'all want to we can get right to close out. It was a quick show, short show. We can close out and move forward and get prepared for the next one.
All I'm gonna say, make it quick, man. I ain't gonna be long with it. But we gotta protect our family. We gotta protect our family, our children, our moms, dads from the beast, and our own kind, the ones that, you know, that lost their damn minds and shit. We got it's a lot of responsibility to teach our kids the truth, prepare our kids for the next generation, so we won't keep repeating the same old dog chasing the tail situation that we've been doing the last 200-300 years. So this is now we're in the age of information. We guys gotta do better, family. And I know we're gonna do better. We're gonna get there, but we gotta start. And start researching, man. You know, question things. Don't just believe everything because you were raised on it. Just because you're raised on don't mean nothing. Some of y'all mamas you were raised, you know, your mama was crackhead. Don't mean you that's what crack, right? No offense, right? But I'm just saying, you know what I mean? It's just we gotta do better and we gotta protect ourselves. I'm all about defending yourself as a human right, as your God-given right. And do your research. Don't knock it because you ain't never heard it or you weren't raised on it. You know what I mean? Don't knock us or anybody else is putting up the message. You know what I mean? And that's all I'm gonna say.
Okay.
Go ahead, Zay. You got anything to say?
No, man. I basically see what I wanted to say. You know what I mean? But besides, you know, I basically said what I had to say. You know what I'm saying? About how people just so evil, you know what I'm saying? They actually mad about these darn cops. And then for the cops to be, it just goes to show you how racist and evil these police are. They actually quitting because people are saying, stop killing us. You know what I'm saying? They actually quitting the force because people are saying, we don't want to be killed no more. Instead of them just saying, okay, well, you know, if you was righteous, then you wouldn't worry about anything happening to you no way, because you know that you do your job right.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You know that you're a righteous person, so you're not worried about anything happening to you or charges being brought up against you. But by all these police officers quitting, they're just showing you the ones that was out there doing the shooting, or there was the ones that was anticipating on doing something wrong or evil. But you know, it could be the other way around. It could be quitting because, hey, they probably tired of the racist stuff going on. But I very seriously doubt that they quitting because of it. They quitting because they scared. They scared in that. You know what I'm saying?
You're right, Zay, man. You hit it right on the head, man. And this was the funniest thing about it, man. Everybody in the hood know that if you kill a police, if you kill a cop, them cops are coming. They coming, man. They coming after you because one of their comrades have been killed. You know, or if you're in the military, you know, if your battle buddy get killed, how you act. But for some odd reason, these police, and I think Dave Chappelle was talking about this on that show he did on his stand-up comedy on 846, how they don't understand it when they killing one of us, but when one of them get killed, they all in arms. You know, they got everybody. They call the sheriff's department. You got the highway patrol coming. You have SWAT coming. You have every form of law force agency be coming when one of them get killed. But it seems like they just don't. It's like, okay, but I guess they feel like they just supposed to be able to kill us. And I don't know, man. It's like, I don't know, man. And you know, and you got people in the military that have rules of engagement that we have. Like when you in the military, we got rules of engagement that you have to go by. And it's like the rules of engagement in wartime is stricter than the police have when it comes to citizens. And in war, you at war.
Yeah.
But it's like with the police force, their rules of engagement are more lax against citizens. But when you at war, like you go, man, you got war crimes if you don't follow these rules of engagement in war. But it's like in when it comes to the police, as far as citizens in America, it don't matter because you know we're expendable, and so they get mad. You know, but they lucky that niggas ain't going to, they lucky that people ain't going to their houses, tying their families up. Like, they lucky that it ain't getting down like that. You know, because, like, listen, like, yo, they lucky. That's all I'm going to say is that, like, because, you know, if the fear of the police ever leaves civilians, it's a wrap, man. If they ever start being looked at like we look at each other, especially as African Americans, yeah. if police ever start being looked at the way we look at each other, It's a wrap, man. Like, man, we done spent the last 50, 60 years killing ourselves training for this. And I don't think they understand that, man. I really don't think, even these so-called extreme right, KKK, whatever they want to call themselves, I don't think they understand. We've been spending the last 50, 60 years killing each other, training. They don't want that bullseye to get on them. They don't want it, man. Listen, they can talk all you want to. You can train all you want to. Listen, man, we have generations and we have decades of years of killing each other, knowing how to do it. Man, listen, I don't care what nobody say. They talk that talk all they want to. Man, they don't want the bullseye to get on them.
And I'm gonna add on, Seth Haru.
It ain't gonna be pretty, man. It ain't gonna be pretty.
You're right. I'm gonna add on, man. We need to stop begging for shit, man. That's our damn God-given right. You know what I mean? For real, man. We gotta stop begging. Stop killing us. Stop killing us. Do you beg your children for any damn thing? Or do you demand?
Man.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, they are children. I'm just being real with you. If you look at I mean, this is facts, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They are children. We don't be begging your children, please, Tommy, please. No, you know what I'm saying? Hell no. Fuck begging, hands up, don't shoot. Boy, if you pull a gun on me, you better hope. That's all I'm gonna say. But I'm not gonna stop them with you. I'm gonna treat you right. I'm gonna treat you human. I'm not a hateful person like some of y'all motherfuckers out there, you know what I'm saying? But if you come to me with that bullshit, I'm gonna kill you. I don't give a damn about life in jail. I'm living. If I get a damn chair, guess what? You gonna kill me in that way, so I'm gonna die in that way. But you're gonna be looking at an example. It's not a threat. That's real. Black or white. But I'm talking to the beast right now. It ain't all white people. It's the damn beast. And y'all know who y'all are. Facts, and I'm done.
Yeah, but like I said, man, you know, it's just crazy to me how many police around the nation is quitting because, you know what I'm saying, they see that their colleagues is getting charged and they coming down on this shit. This police brutality, they coming down on this shit. You know what I'm saying? They not getting away with it. They see that Trump signed the bill, that they scared, man, and it's crazy. It's like, damn, what's wrong with y'all? Y'all just evil as hell. You know what I mean? I just don't get it.
Let me show y'all something, man. Let me see if y'all knew this. Where is that at? Where in Seattle?
I think that's how much you
let's see.
Like how much they gonna give you, but they
let me see some. All right, here we go right here, y'all. Let me share my screen. And then we're gonna get off. Let me show y'all something, man.
Go ahead.
Where is it? Let me see. Right here.
They benefit around 10,000.
All right, here we go right here, y'all.
I don't think so. I don't know.
All right, let me show y'all. Let me see if it's gonna. Here we go. Let me see if it's gonna play. All right, here it go. Get down, thing. Hold on. Come on, stop that mess.
Yeah, back pay too. I'm telling you. Man, I don't let this shit start working. I don't get food. Don't mind running too much.
Come on, you see what we did here today? Do you see what we did? You just shot. Hold the line! Hold the line! Do the line!
check this out. Watch him get out the car, y'all. They got an extended clip.
Oh God, got a gun.
Hey, he got an extended clip, and he got another clip in his back, right? Hold on, he shot a black guy. That brother right there.
You just shot. Hold the line! Hold the line! Do it now!
He already done shot the brother.
Oh no! Oh God, got a gun! He's got a gun! He's got a gun! Oh my God!
All right, so listen. Now, hold on, let me close. Let me stop this. Now, what I wanted to tell y'all about this is that, do y'all know that that guy was the brother of a Seattle cop? That guy that shot that brother, he was a brother of a Seattle police officer. That was orchestrated. What he did after he shot the brother, he went and turned himself in to the police department and he went and turned himself in and said that they was attacking his car. But that was orchestrated because his brother was a police officer. So it's no way that he just drove up there like that and shot. It was a black. They didn't show it, but it was a black guy that came to went to his window when he drove in the crowd. He shot the brother, and then he got out the car with his gun and stuff. But that was the brother of a police officer that done that. So that should tell you that that was in cahoots what was going on. And then no police apprehend this man. Then no police come after him or nothing. He went and turned himself in because it was a staged event. You know, he probably told his brother what he was gonna do, and he knew that he was probably gonna get off on it. So you have these police that's actually out here inciting violence. They part of the protesters. You know, they everything is infiltrated. Hey, they say that the police in Atlanta, Georgia, done quit.
2 weeks.
Somebody just sent me a message about Georgia, saying that the police, they ain't got enough police right now in Georgia.
Yes, sir. My daddy.
It says the police have called off and there's not enough to work the streets in Atlanta. So the family in Atlanta, y'all need to be safe right now, because if the police have called off and the police not working, you better expect that these KKK are gonna be trying to come out and cause havoc. So y'all need to be strapped up and ready to go. Don't be out there shaming and dancing and twerking. You know, y'all need to be out there ready for war, because if the police ain't out there, these armed vigilantes will be. And I saw an article about it was a shootout where some KKK people shot people in Georgia, but I can't find it no more. So it might have been fake news. Well,
you know what? They need to. They talking about the drive-by. They need to lead their ass off work, fire their ass, and rehire some more police officers. Goddamn it! Because you know what? Because you know what? By them calling off work, it's basically saying that we support these motherfuckers killing these black people, killing our black brothers. Right. That's what they saying. We supporting this shit. because I don't give a damn. Yes, the dude, whatever his name, Brooks, yes, he was wrong for trying to resist arrest. I will say that, but he didn't deserve to die.
Facts.
Shouldn't have shot that man. He shouldn't have shot that man. The dude was running away. What gave you the reason to shoot this man? Even if he did shoot his taser, he was running. He shot the taser over his damn shoulder. He wasn't trying to hit shit. He couldn't hit shit shooting and running at the same damn time. He was running away.
Right.
He probably was in fear for his life because what happened to him? What he done seen happen throughout the goddamn past weeks. So they calling off work because these two officers went to jail. They should have went to jail. They should have been charged with murder because that's exactly what it was. That was murder. You know what I'm saying? That was straight out, flat up murder. You was mad. You had your fucking egos to the fucking sky. You was mad because this dude flipped you and your partner and took off running, and you wanted to catch his ass, and you couldn't catch him, and you shot this man.
Yep.
That's what happened. And so now y'all want to call out work, meaning that if you give these the ones that called out work are the ones that's probably out there terrorizing the fucking community.
Yep.
They them the thugs in the blue uniform, the ones that's calling out work. So replace their ass. Send their ass on, send their ass they pinks, they papers, and tell them, man, good day. Bye.
Yep, kick rocks. Yep.
Hey, you know what? You know what though, man? All these damn loopholes, these bills they passing us, it wasn't no loophole that damn LGBT bill, was it? You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. That is crazy, man. Yo, say what's going on in Memphis, man? Memphis 10 right now. What's current news over there?
Man, you know, shit, Memphis is Memphis, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like this with Memphis. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers, the police is, no, we got a majority of black police officers here anyway. You know what I'm saying? We got a few white, but you know what I'm saying? Really, it be the police officers here, the black ones be the assholes. The white ones here be cool as a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I done got pulled over. I'm talking about dead drunk, weed in the car. You know what I'm saying? Car smell like weed and hop out of the car staggering, man. You know what I'm saying? White police officer pulled me over like, man, how far you stay? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna trade to the house, man. I don't want to see you back out no more tonight. You know what I mean? And I done had some motherfucker black police officers come up to me. I'm sitting at the red light with him while the light was red. When the light turned green, I pull off. He jumped behind me and tell me that I ran a red light. And tell me to shut the fuck up.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Well, I tell you, man.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So it be the brothers, the one that's got the fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what to call them. I don't want to call them no Uncle Toms or whatever, but they be worse than the white people. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? It's really ridiculous because you got to be more scary. Man, I got my ass whooped by the. Then you got the white ones. I done seen some white assholes too. But you know, for the most part, man, so she's still the same here. You know what I mean? You still got dumb ass young niggas out there on the corner. They want to be like these damn rap songs and shit, killing each other, 2-3 murders a day. You know what I'm saying? Every time I step out the door, I hear gunshots and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And you can't tell these brothers nothing, man. You know what I'm saying? I go up to the store and shit, and I'm looking at these little dummies out there with their pants hanging down and shit, and singing their little rap songs and shit with the pistols hanging off their waist, looking crazy and shit. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, Lord, what is wrong with our people, boy? I don't get it. I just don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is wrong? You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all don't see these people killing us. If anything, you should be going to the leader of your gang and saying, hey, I think we need to team up with the vice lords and we need to come up with a motherfucker with a backup plan, goddamn it. We need to come up with something. We need to be prepared. You know what I'm saying? I think Mr. OG, sir, I think we need to hook up with the Bloods because if these white people come push on our ass, we gonna be shooting at us. I'm gonna have a gun drawn on my brother, and the white people gonna have a gun drawn on both of our dumb ass.
Right.
Yeah.
It's sad, man, how we do each other, bro.
Nobody's pointing a gun at the white man. We pointing a gun at each other, and the white man aiming at both all our dumb ass. Waiting on everybody to fall so they can kill out the rest who left.
That's why I said they do not want us to turn them damn beams. They don't want to get in these crosshairs. We done spent 50, 60 years killing each other training. I'm telling you, these other races do not want black folks to put them in our crosshairs or in our line of sight of fire. They don't want it, man, because they not gonna be able to reproduce like we reproducing for one. Like, so they don't want it, man. I'm just saying they don't, man. So you know, I hope we get our act together. But fellas, you know, it was good. Again, I thank everybody that's watching, the 3 people that's watching. I appreciate y'all. Y'all thumb up the video. I really do appreciate y'all watching. We're gonna do this again for y'all another day. We getting better and better as we go. You know, we like fine wine. We getting better with time. So the more shows we getting, the better we getting good at it. And I appreciate y'all. And you know, I just want y'all to know that we love y'all. Peace. Black Power will be doing this again probably Friday. So y'all be safe.
Like, subscribe, and tap the notification bell.